When we enter into the realms of debate in the world, in whatever forum that may be, we have to accept that our views are going to be challenged, because that's what debate is. It's two or more different views coming together and interacting, usually with the idea that one view is going to come out as correct and the others are going to be incorrect. Now, if you are to go into a debate in a public forum and you don't want to have your views challenged and you simply want everyone to agree with you, well, there's a phrase for that, and it's basically mental masturbation. If there are several views coming together but no one's actually challenging anyone, then there is no debate, because you're simply probably sitting around in a circle going, yes, I agree with you, and that isn't a debate. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that debate has to be particularly strident or even acrimonious. Personally, in my own view, I believe that for a debate to be useful, the challenge that comes in it must be respectful, balanced, and logical. Now, some people enter debates or arguments with the view that if they are to succeed in the debate, no part of anything they say, any point or within the debate or the debate itself, can be conceded. That they must be right in all cases, and if they reach a point where they are being shown that they are incorrect in either fact or point of view, or that their debate doesn't have overall merit, their response is overly aggressive rebuttal in ways that personally I don't think are actually appropriate. Now, a debate comprised of nothing but aggressive and potentially violent rebuttal isn't actually a debate. That's actually just a feces flinging competition. It's not particularly difficult to say to someone else, you're wrong, you're stupid, you're a retard, you're an idiot, you're a fucking moron, and continue to throw the metaphorical equivalent of shit at somebody. That's not actually difficult to do at all. Basically, in a shit flinging competition, even if you do win by throwing the most, both parties still coming out smelling pretty badly. Now, if your worldview and your core views are secure, then you'll be able to withstand a challenge in a debate, because ultimately it doesn't matter to you whether someone disagrees with you. You're okay with the fact that you think what you think, and if you are unable to persuade someone that your view is correct, then you have to concede that basically there's been a failure in your logic or your argument, and that fault is yours. Or ultimately that the other person is not being logical, that they are refusing to accept points you make to them that are valid, and then the fault lies with them. Ultimately, that's not your problem. Sometimes it's entirely possible for two people who are being rational and logical to reach a point in a discussion where their worldviews are so divergent they have to recognise that they can't actually reconcile them. They have to agree to disagree, and this is perfectly normal and it should be seen as okay. Can't all agree on everything. What's not useful in a debate, however, is the metaphorical equivalent of putting your hands over your ears and saying la 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 at the top of your voice, because ultimately you're so scared by what is being said by someone else that your worldview is being challenged in a way that actually is so fundamentally frightening to you that you can't stand it. If you are entering into a debate and into a forum where a debate is going to happen, you have to accept that this is going to happen to you. You have to be willing to be challenged, and if you can't do that, if basically you have to resort to hands over ears when you hear something you don't like, you don't deserve to be in that forum. You deserve to be in kindergarten or in primary school, where children can do that to each other and it's considered to be childish but acceptable behaviour. Ultimately, I would say in closing, if you can't cope with your worldview being challenged, then there's no point in getting involved in adult discourse. We don't want you. If you just want to mentally masturbate, then by all means go ahead, but please do it at home alone so the rest of us don't have to watch. This has been Illuminatiprimus saying, thanks for watching. Oh, and before I go, I am very aware that I haven't been turning out the videos quite the frequency I probably should. I'm very sorry about this, and I will be rectifying it in the coming weeks and months. Until then, see you later.